Well, guys, the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament are halfway through the books here, and Jacob Fatu is officially a member of the Bloodline. And Monday Night Raw continues to be the good show, and SmackDown continues to be the bad show. So we are going to talk about it today. Welcome to the 716 Sports Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Mike, joined by Mr. T. Reese. And T, what do we think of Raw?
I thought it was a good Raw. I had no problems with anything that happened on the show. I mean, there was some sloppy matches, but I mean, that's par for the course with WWE right now. But other than that, I mean, it was fine. I had no problems. Not a lot of. I think they did some things that I can get behind.
So let's talk about the King of the Ring first, and then because I did want to get your take on it because Sean and I went in. I went into a little bit of a rant about Jey Uso, and I'm very curious to hear how you feel about the whole situation. So, obviously, the main event, if you even want to call it that, was a Oba Femi squash match, and I am stunned that Brock Lesnar didn't come out here. Absolutely stunned that Brock Lesnar didn't come out here because now it's very likely going to be Jey. Right? Like Jey is going to beat Javon Evans. They're not going to do Javon Evans versus Oba Femi. As cool as that would be, you are not risking Javon Evans versus Roman Reigns or Javon Evans versus Cody Rhodes. Like you're not doing that. It's going to be Jey. So Jey versus Oba Femi in the finals. So my question is, are you really just going to fly Brock Lesnar out to Saudi Arabia just to have him cost Oba? Just so Jey wins the whole thing? Is that what you're going to do?
It wouldn't be the first time they've done that. I mean, they've done it several times. They just bring somebody in who hasn't been on TV in a while and just crash the show for one little small segment. I wouldn't be surprised. I expect that's probably what's going to happen too. He's going to show up, during his finals match and interfere in it, and that's going to start your SummerSlam match for him and Brock. And then hopefully should retire by then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, the SummerSlam match between Oba and Brock seems like it's almost a certainty because Oba just continues to talk about Brock week after week after week. Mm-hmm. But I guess my bigger concern then is the night one main event is just going to be Cody versus Jey Uso. Who wants to see that?
I know.
Who wants to see that?
I know.
Does anybody on planet Earth want to see that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, WWE Universe isn't too thrilled with this. I don't understand why we're rehashing Jey again. They're redoing his whole mood swing thing that he was doing back in the day when Roman was reigning over the WWE for 3 years. I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know why the Jey thing came up. I mean, I'll be honest with you. There is one thing I can complain about. I am pretty ticked off with the fact that WWE isn't pushing other talent and they're cramming down Bloodline again.
Yeah.
Bloodline is taking up every single show. And it's kind of killing some of the momentum of some of the other wrestlers. Like Ethan Page. He probably could have had a match that night, but they were too busy doing Bloodline stuff. But instead they let him be a partner of Rusev.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that really how you want to use this guy? I mean, is that really what you're going to do with him? I can understand if maybe they tag teamed. Maybe you turn them into a tag team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do something like that. And then what you can do is, they lose a match. Ethan Page, turns on Rusev. Rusev turns face because they certainly need to do something with him.
Yeah.
So you make him turn face. You got Ethan Page, and then you got a match. Now you can build Ethan Page up with a match for with a little a little skirmish with Rusev.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I do like Ethan Page as a heel, but yeah, you're right though. Like at the expense of what? And they had a Javon Evans segment a little bit later on in the show, but he basically just came out, and then we got a returning Logan Paul with full on cast and everything, but. Impromptu match with Austin Theory. But I mean, again, right? I said this the other day, Blake Monroe is getting the Veer Mahan treatment where she's coming soon. Who the hell is 3 weeks in a row of her coming soon? So I don't know.
Yeah.
Tiffany Stratton can't win a match to save her life. I mean, Roxanne Perez can't win a match to save her life. All of this young talent that you have, and even some of the newer folks that you bring in, like Rice Keys can't win a match. Like what are we doing with all these guys?
Well, that's been my issue with WE is like,
Huh.
in a way, they needed to purge a lot of that roster, but I just think they purged too many young up and coming wrestlers who didn't get an opportunity.
Yeah.
And instead, you're crashing the party with a bad idea of having Jey Uso be the headline for SummerSlam against Cody.
Who
Now,
wants to
hopefully
see
we're
that?
wrong.
Who wants to see that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Hopefully we're wrong. Okay, hopefully we're wrong. Maybe they do give it to Oba. Maybe.
So how do you do that then? In a universe where WWE is booked correctly and well, do you have Oba do double duty at SummerSlam? Oba versus Brock night 1, Oba versus Roman night 2. Or do you just do Oba versus Roman and then you have Brock come out?
Well,
Because
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you put that match together already. Oba versus Roman. I don't know if you do that because SmackDown needs wrestlers. They
well,
need
the rumor is CM Punk is going to show up on SmackDown.
allegedly because
Allegedly.
he's supposed to be switching over, but then I'm hearing rumors that he may not be showing up Friday. So I don't know. We don't know. So all I can do is talk about who is presently here. And I don't know if you want to already open up that can with Oba versus Roman. It makes no sense to me for just to have him crash the party. I mean, you got all that stuff going on with LA Knight right now, which is weird to me because I don't know. Who is he feuding with? Is it the entire bloodline or is it just Roman?
I mean, the way LA Knight's promo went down, it seemed like he's feuding with everybody, right? Like, I mean, he's feuding with everybody in the bloodline. He's feuding with Solo's group. He feuded with the Vision. Like, he made mention of that, and he just kind of was, going off on his tangent. And, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I mean, everything that he said, like, made so much sense. And, actually, let's get into it now because it's just like, he's another one. Like, dude is so over. He's so over with the fans. And like, I feel bad for Los Angeles Knight. I really do. Like, I don't know why they just can't take a chance on that guy just for a little bit.
Los Angeles Knight from Baltimore, Maryland.
That's right.
I'm still trying to figure out where the LA comes from, and he's not even from LA. It's so weird. But either way, he is over with the fans. I do like him. I think sometimes when he does his promos, he gets a little ahead of himself, so he kind of stutters and messes up words and stuff like that. But other than that, I think he's good on the microphone. They have plenty of people to build up some feuds with multiple members of the Bloodlines if they wanted to do that. But there's all this focus right now is on Jey, which is very weird to me.
Who's 40 years old.
Yeah, and you have Fatu sitting there, Jacob sitting there. You got Roman sitting there, and they don't do nothing with his brother,
Jimmy.
They don't do nothing with him. He just kind of he's paid just to sit there and walk around.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
I mean, they literally turned Jacob into what Solo was 3 years ago.
Yep.
Jacob's the same character Solo was 3 years ago.
Yep. They're rehashing that storyline with the bloodline. I'm just more interested in there's no Cody Rhodes. So who is going to be the other end of this feud? Who's going to feud with them? You don't have that much time for SummerSlam. SummerSlam's coming up on us fairly quickly. It's beginning of August. So you technically have, a month and a half to try and get something developed? Because there's no way Roman's not wrestling at SummerSlam.
If it's not Oba, who else is it?
That's the good question. I don't know.
Is it just Los Angeles Knight? I mean, do you just do the LA Knight match?
You may have to. I mean, you're building this up as him being the antagonist for them. So why you got no choice? I mean, I don't understand how you're going to keep doing this with them, and he never wrestles any of them. You know what I mean? He never wrestles any of them.
he did wrestle Roman like 3 or 4 years ago,
Yeah.
and he lost because
Hmm.
Roman, that was like prime Roman when he was cheating every match to win. Um, so I mean, I would be okay with LA Knight getting the SummerSlam main event. I think he deserves it. I
Yeah.
think like I don't think he wins, but I mean,
But
he deserves
we're
the
talking about,
spotlight.
but we're talking about TKO. They want somebody who they think is a draw. That's what they want. And this is why LA Knight's kind of just sitting in limbo. And they're trying to, I think they're keeping LA Knight in like the back pocket for this bloodline thing in case something goes wrong.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? In case it injury or I don't know, maybe fans start booing the whole segment whenever they come out and talk. I don't know. But I think they're just keeping him in the back pocket right now for just in case. And I think that's why you keep seeing him just kind of doing his spot moments, mentioning the bloodline to keep us reminded that he's trying to he has a feud with them.
Yeah, and I mean, the Bloodline segment, like that's what opened the show, and that just I mean, it was very much rehashing 2021 to 2024, like when Roman and the gang opened the show, and it was the best segment of the show. And I mean, that was fine. And like what they did, welcoming Jacob into the bloodline, like officially Roman giving him that Ulafala and kind of like, pissing off Jay a little bit. It was the same, it felt like the same thing that they did with Sami Zayn, like back in the day when it was like them, Jay and Sammy having their beef a little bit, because Jay didn't want Sammy there or whatever. And very kind of, dissimilar story, if you will. But I don't know. The whole thing is like, it seems lazy to me. It
Yeah,
just seems kind of lazy.
it is. I mean, Jay, it would feel different if Jay wasn't acting the same he was before. He should have a whole different personality right now. He's main event Jay now, so there's no reason for him to be doing the whole I'm always pissed off and I gotta beat everybody up that doesn't like the bloodline. All that doesn't make any sense anymore to do. He should be progressing to a different type of character, and if you want him to be, you know, a main event guy, then let him portray a character that's a main event guy, not a guy who just throws tantrums, gets pissed off at Jay, gets pissed off at anybody says anything about the bloodline. That's the same thing, like you said, he was doing from 2021 to 2024. So they are rehashing that a bit, but I will say I did enjoy that segment though.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was like it was cool. I don't see the point to it. And then again, like just kind of wrapping up the King of the Ring thing. If it does end up being Jay, like, does anybody? Obviously, A, nobody cares about Jay versus Cody, but B, does anybody think Jay's going to beat Cody? Because I don't.
No, it doesn't make any sense for Jay to beat Cody. Doesn't, zero sense. So I
So
don't think so.
yeah, so
That's why I think it might be a three-way match.
yeah, you know what it's going to be. You know what they're going to do. It'd be if they can't get Mister Egomaniac in, it's going to
Right.
be it's going to be Roman versus Cody next year.
At Mania.
Yeah, Roman Cody 3.
So so who doesn't have a belt at that time?
Maybe it's another title unification match.
That's what I'm wondering. What if they just made one champ? Like I said, WWE's, I don't know what they're doing, honestly, with the belts. I can see them maybe doing something like that. Because I really don't, I'll be honest with you, I've never been a fan of the two champion thing. Just kind of like I don't know about this. You got a champion on one show, champion on the other show. It's like just cross over the shows. Enough with the separated shows. Just cross the shows over like they used to. You can probably get more on a crossing over each show instead of trying to individualize them, and then just trying to, okay, who can we get on the show within this 2 hour time frame this week? When you
Right.
can have a time for a whole week of doing stuff like that. So I don't know. Like you could have did the Roman stuff, all that stuff on this show. Um, but then on SmackDown, I mean, then you could bring out the whole, Cody thing on SmackDown. Where's his headspace at? And it seems like to me, I'm be honest with you, the problem you got right now is like seem like Cody's something like a afterthought right now.
Oh, I mean, if you were to do the Roman Cody match right now, I would pick Roman 1,000 times out of 1,000.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, Cody seems like an absolute. It's not even just Cody. SmackDown seems like an afterthought.
Mm,
The entirety of SmackDown, everybody on the roster seems like an afterthought. The only thing that is remotely interesting on SmackDown is Sami Zayn.
yeah, right now, absolutely,
Yeah, that's it.
absolutely.
Nothing else is even remotely interesting on SmackDown. Gunther is like it's a complete waste.
Uh,
Like, I mean, why did we waste him? Why did we waste John Cena and AJ Styles and Bill Goldberg on Gunther just for him to have a schmaz finish with Cody Rhodes and then a match he's certainly going to lose on Friday because they're not going to take the title off of Cody. Sammy's going to cost Gunther, and then we're going to do a Sammy Gunther thing again, and then Gunther
mhm.
can win that. But it's like whatever.
Yeah, I could see it. And another thing is they're trying to. Is Sammy friends with the Bloodline still or no? Are we
I
just gonna
don't know.
pretend that there's no relationship there?
I mean, right now they're probably assuming there's no relationship there because he's on a different show.
But it's just bizarre. It's like you built it up, even all the way up to the point where Roman got the belt back. You built it up like he was part of the bloodline. Now it's just kind of like, he doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, but again, if we're going to talk about just the show, I had no problems with the show. Obviously, with the directions of a lot of this stuff, we definitely have a lot of questions with. But I
yeah.
did have I enjoyed the opening. I mean, just to be able to see Roman doing the whole, I'm not really a good guy. I kind of still do what I want to do around here. And having Jacob up there and splash, what's his name?
Oh, that
Uh,
comedian, the guy that John Cena's in that movie with,
yeah, Andre something
Eric
is
Andre.
yeah. And
Yeah,
to splash him twice was great. It was just great. That was a lot of fun. I had no problems. Again, it's a plug for the movie for John Cena, so
yeah,
we get it. But I had no problem. I did enjoy it. It's about I like seeing stuff like that every so often because what it's like the Steve Austin thing. Like you knew Steve was gonna just stun somebody for no
yep.
reason, for absolutely no reason at all. And to have Roman direct Fatu to go and just splash him first time and then again a second time was great. Was
Yeah,
great. I'm gonna be honest with you. Roman, I'm gonna be honest, but right now I think Roman right now probably yeah, there's nobody in the wrestling anywhere in the world that's touching him right now.
mm-mm.
Because it just seems like everything he does just turns to gold, no
Yep.
matter what it is. I mean, granted, we had the whole 3 year thing. We were just tired of seeing him and the way he was winning his matches. So it didn't really build up any credibility that he's a real champion because everybody else is involved in his matches all the time.
Well, and it
But
didn't make new stars either, but
exactly. And that's what's happening right now, unfortunately. But I do like seeing stuff like that every so often, man. That was a good time. I liked the opening of the show. I had no
yeah,
problems with that.
yeah. So the first match of the show, and again, to which I say Raw continues to be booked correctly, whereas SmackDown just not so much, saw IYO SKY defeat Raquel Rodriguez, which excellent choice there because I don't want to see Raquel Rodriguez in
No,
the finals of the Queen of the Ring.
no.
I like the Raquel Rodriguez. It would have been Liv Morgan or even Charlotte Flair. Like, who wants to see that? Nobody wants to see that. So booking IYO to win was right. And I got to be honest with you, I think IYO's going to win the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm 100% with you on that. EO has to win the whole thing. She's due. She's been put on the sideline for the last 6, 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
Doing nothing and just kind of like being friends with people and all that nonsense. She is about due. And I'll be honest with you. That match felt was kind of like they squashed Raquel in that match because I mean EO was like pretty much dominated that whole match, which
Oh,
shocked me.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like apples and oranges, though. I mean, IYO is a substantially better wrestler. I mean, it was on full display that
Yeah,
he was a much better wrestler than
yeah.
Raquel. Like, I mean, not dogging Raquel, but Raquel is a mid carder. IYO is a top of the carder.
Well, I think the problem with Raquel is they keep putting her in these spots like this, and we all know what they're doing. You're just using her for a spot to lose, and it almost makes it kind of like ugh. we already know what's going to happen here. I don't even need to watch this match.
Mhm.
I really don't, because we already know what the direction is. And it's kind of weird that they had her. Now, Raquel, honestly, if they could repackage her look and everything, you could turn her into, you know, a credible, obviously she's a taller woman for the women's division. You could turn her into a completely, a beast in that women's division. She doesn't have to win a lot of belts. She doesn't do anything, but you need to repackage her, and she's got to work on promos because her look right now doesn't help. The stupid sunglasses on the tip of her nose, and she looks so out of place on on with Judgment Day. I'm gonna be honest with you, she looks completely out of place. Actually, all of Judgment Day right now looks out of place. I don't have no idea what the direction is with
Well,
her.
they have no muscle there
No,
anymore, right? Like, I mean, Dom and JD got embarrassed by Oba Femi. Liv doesn't wrestle at
nope.
all. Roxanne can't win a match to save her life, and Raquel's a goon. So yeah, they need some kind of credible male wrestler to join, and that's why them like Finn Balor not being there anymore is kind of crappy for them because they're not credible at all without some kind of main eventer there.
Yep. Yep. They need to get somebody else in there that's interesting. Well, let me ask you this. Who would you slide into the Judgment Day right now? That'll bring some sort of credibility back to the Judgment Day.
You know what would be hella interesting? And you know someone who desperately needs a faction? LA Knight. I know they're heels and I know he's a face, sort of, but he could do this deal with the devil kind of thing because he needs a faction to help conquer the bloodline.
So then you're turning the Judgment Day to faces?
I don't know, because the bloodline are kind of a heel group.
Well, that's my point. But the bloodline's playing on both sides.
I mean, LA Knight could just be like, I don't care anymore. I just want to win the title.
Yeah.
LA Knight's whole character should be, I'm tired of getting screwed. I want to just win the title.
Oh, you do that. That's how did it. Drew, remember that?
Yeah.
I could see it. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at all. Like I actually would. You're right. That'd be very intriguing if you can get LA Knight on board with Judgment Day.
Yeah, I mean that could be fun. I mean, I can't think of too many of the other like mid carders. I suppose you could put like a Drew McIntyre in there, but when he comes back, but I don't really know if Drew would be. Drew doesn't really seem to mix with that kind of group a little bit because Dom's kind of a weasel and Drew is not like that, you know. But I feel like there's just kind of a mass shortage of heels right now.
Yep.
So like, you know, maybe you need to turn somebody heel.
Yeah, you know what? I could ride that. I could definitely do that. But I'm picturing LA Knight in Judgment Day gear. And it doesn't match.
Yeah, you're probably right.
The way he looks. I mean, the way he looks would match with them. I think you could, in my opinion. I think you can have Drew be part of Judgment Day and then like become like their leader.
Yeah.
I can see that. And yeah, that would be real interesting. And have him. And you can actually, like, again, he owes Roman. Don't forget that. He owes Roman. So I can see maybe, yeah. If WWE had a set of cojones, maybe they would do something like that. But WWE doesn't. They're more focused on other shit than what really matters.
Yeah, no, they'll just kind of keep them like sort of goon squatty, I think, for a little while.
They're like a slapstick comedy for wrestling right now. They're just like, what are we doing?
I mean, they're not quite Danhausen levels of comedy, but yeah, they're more or less comedy.
I love Danhausen.
I love Danhausen too. It's just great.
Oh, American Money. Or was it Money?
Human Monies. That whole thing was hilarious with them trying to get him to curse Oba Femi so they could get him to win.
He said, the Oba Femi that destroyed Brock Lesnar? Oba Femi? I'm afraid I cannot do that.
That was great.
Here's the money.
It was
That's
so
great.
great.
But yeah, I like your idea there. I mean, that's something, I can get behind Drew joining the Judgment Day. I can get behind that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a thought. And as far as the women's Queen of the Ring goes, I mean, to me, this seems super simple to book. If you want to do this the right way, you next week is Liv versus Charlotte. Stephanie Vaquer comes back, costs Liv. There's your SummerSlam match for Liv. Finals of Charlotte Flair versus IYO SKY. Jade costs Charlotte. Jade and Charlotte at SummerSlam. Rhea and IYO at SummerSlam.
Rhea and IYO, interesting. I don't know if I can get that excited about that.
I mean, Rhea and IYO have that history where Rhea has never beaten her in a singles match.
Yeah. But I mean, again, you're at two faces.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the barn burner they put on last year when they did their match at Evolution. It was one of the best matches of the year.
Yeah, no, I'm not taking nothing away from that, but I'm just talking in terms of continuity. I mean, what do you do after that?
I don't know what you do after that. I just think like it gets you to Stephanie versus Liv in a rematch, and it gets you to Charlotte versus Jade in a match, which is Charlotte versus Jade is all but confirmed at this point, right? And I mean, what else are you going to do with Liv? Like, what else are you going to do with Liv?
I gotta be honest with you. They really do need to take Jade out of the ring. She needs some cleaning up. I mean, she's so stiff. When people are hitting her, she just stands there like this.
Yep.
It just goes like this. And I'm like, I mean, you're not even selling it. What are we doing? I'm like, again, the Jade thing, they're trying to cram her in there. I mean, maybe Jade goes on the whole Roman Reigns thing. Remember, he was so annoying when he was solo, and you're like, oh, this dude is so goofy. And that's kind of what Jade is. And he did a turnaround with a repackaging. They're gonna have to do that with her at some point. But she's just not a good wrestler. She's just not. She's not a very good wrestler. And I think anybody she's in the ring with, it just like she's not interesting at all in the match.
I think after she's done with Charlotte Flair, I feel like you put the U.S. title on her and you just have her kind of go on a Goldberg run for like a year. Just have her squash people, have her squash everybody for like a year. I don't ever want to see her around the world title, frankly, ever again. But I mean, they're going to eventually, if and when Bianca or Naomi ever come back. I don't know if that's even going to happen at this point, but I mean, assuming either one of them come back, they have unfinished business with Jade. So, they will probably do that at some point, but Naomi could come back at any time, I suppose. I think they had the baby. But Bianca will not be back for at least a year. So, it'll be a while before we see her.
Yeah, they said her finger is still bothering. Because the reason
she's like 8. I mean, she's like 7 or 8 months pregnant too. So
they said the finger is still an issue for her, from my understanding. Last report I heard last week is that she was talking in an interview about her finger is still messed up. That's what kept her out before. It's her hand.
Yeah.
So
I mean, maybe we could see Bianca by Mania next year. Because I mean, what is that? 10 months away.
Well, this is your Mania. Possibly next year is a 3-way: Jade, Bianca, Naomi.
Yeah,
there's your title match right there.
I'd get down behind that too.
Yeah, because you need more than one. Having Jade do a one-on-one match just isn't. It's just not good. It's just not. If you add a third person in there and allow them to carry her, then you'll have something going for you.
And I can't believe I'm even saying this because of how much I ragged on her, but I think the roster misses Bianca a little bit. She's a star. And they don't have a lot of female stars anymore. What do they got? Like 3?
Rhea, what? Charlotte, 4?
Rhea, Charlotte, Becky. AJ Lee. I mean, who else gets a big pop?
EO gets a pop.
EO gets a moderate pop, but I mean, Rhea gets it. Rhea gets the monster pop.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
mean,
know, Becky
yeah.
gets a big pop. Charlotte's been, building it up a little bit. I mean, Charlotte's just a big time. She's a legend at this point. But I mean, Alexa gets a somewhat of a pop, but I mean, who else really gets a big pop?
Well,
Bianca used to get big time pops.
yeah. Well, don't forget now, you're talking. I mean, it's tough to use them as an example to get their pops because EO hasn't wrestled very much to have anybody get behind her on any type of run. Um, I'm be honest with you. Even Becky, I'll be honest with you, she doesn't get the pop she used to get.
The character's not as over as it used to be.
No, it's not. She's turned into a whiny character, and it's not selling really well. I don't think with very many people.
Yeah, I mean, they have a plethora of heels for women, and I don't think they have enough faces for women. So I would not be opposed to bringing Becky back to being a face, but not at the expense of like half a dozen other women that frankly deserve more time in the sun, like JC Jane and other people like that. So Blake Monroe was going to be a heel, So I don't know. I don't even know where like WWE doesn't seem to give a crap about the women's division, so in turn, I don't really give a crap about the women's division.
Well, a lot of that has to do because Stephanie used to run that division back in the day, and now she's. I don't even think she even does anything creatively within WWE. It's all Triple H and them.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna get Charlotte versus Jade, that might be. Can you tell me a time, or can you think of a time when we had a non-title match for women on a PLE, but not counting Evolution? Can you tell me off the top of your head when was the last time we had a non-title match for the women in WWE on a PLE?
Well, here's the problem: that apparently Saturday Night Main Event is considered a PLE to WWE. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I think I remember who they were interviewing. Was it Ethan Page? There was an interview with him, and he mentioned that the PLEs like Saturday Night Main Event and all those others. So they're actually considering those shows, those like major shows, which is weird to me. But if you're going to say anything, Saturday Night Main Events, they sometimes don't even have women wrestle at all. So I mean, they've done it before, but it's not to the extent like where there's not a whole lot of pay-per-views that they haven't had any women title matches.
The last time they had one was April of 2025.
Sounds about right.
Jade versus Naomi at WrestleMania.
Wow. It's been that long.
Not counting, that's obviously not counting Evolution or War Games.
Or like I said, Saturday Night Main Event's not listed in there. None of that's listed in there.
I don't even know if they've done a non-title match at a Saturday Night's Main Event, though. Have they?
I think they. I don't think they. I think
It's
they
mostly been like it's been the IC title or the tag titles that have been defended there.
Is it?
Becky's defended the tag title there like 3 times.
Oh my goodness!
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, this is ridiculous.
It was. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Then they do need. I'll be honest with you. They probably need a former women's wrestler to be the creative behind the women division. They need a team of women.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I've ever said anything like that. With like you need a particular person to run it, but it seemed to run much better when Stephanie was running the show for women than it currently is under Triple H. Because I mean, we can't forget the women roster it's credible. It should be used. This isn't the Divas era. This is a whole new era, and they should be using these women. But you said they get spot duty.
Is there any match right now that you can think of that you could main event WrestleMania with that involves any current women on the roster.
Ooh.
Rhea and who?
Oh, Rhea and Io would be automatic.
You would main event WrestleMania with Rhea and Io?
Oh yeah,
I don't think
absolutely.
I would. I would
I
main
think
event a B show with that, but not an A show.
I think I would. I think you could do that.
I could probably get behind Rhea and Becky.
Yep, Rhea Becky would sell. Yep, I like that.
Maybe you could do Becky and Charlotte again. Maybe. That's about it, though. That's
Yep,
about it.
I like it.
3 people, maybe 4.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like
Anyway, speaking of the Intercontinental Championship, and we were talking about your boy Ethan Page, I absolutely love what they are doing with Master Gable.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely love the Master Gable apology tour. Chad Gable had a match with Rusev, which was freaking excellent. Absolutely fantastic match. Saw Gable pick up the win after getting the ankle lock, having Rusev tap out. Ethan Page, was obviously at ringside, assisted in the beatdown after the match, which brought out all of the luchadors to save him. And this is fun. And Chad made it, there was a really interesting moment where Chad passed by Maxine backstage and he didn't say anything to her, which I also kind of liked. And I gotta tell you, I want Chad to win the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be mad at that either. I mean, I think he deserves it. He's the reason why AAA is so good right now. The Americano's been, put Mexico luchadors on the map again.
Yeah. And then we had Charlotte Flair versus Roxanne Perez. And again, this kind of played into what we were talking about before. This was a fine match, just a good, solid TV match. Charlotte obviously picked up the win, with the figure 8. The idea here was them, kind of trying to get Charlotte a bit injured for her match with Liv coming up on Friday. It's interesting to see Charlotte doing double duty here, but I think they need to have Charlotte have some kind of an injury going into the match with Liv because it's not really a fair match to do Charlotte versus Liv.
Oh yeah. I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, if it was like a real wrestling match, obviously Charlotte would beat her 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
But they got to do something with Liv. I'm gonna be honest with you. They got to do something with her. And you're right. I think there was a mention. Somebody seen the poster for who was supposed to show up to SmackDown. And I think Stephanie Vaquera's name was on there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was SmackDown or next week's Raw. One of the two. They're supposed to show up. Drew's supposed to show up at one of these. You said CM Punk possibly Friday, but they still haven't confirmed that. And somebody else is missing that was maybe showing up.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I thought it was another person. I don't think there is. I think that's it.
So, I mean, we kind of covered the whole show, but there was one more thing I'm just thinking about. Let's talk about CM Punk for a second, because what do you do with him? I know he's going to probably go to SmackDown, but you don't just immediately throw him into a feud with Cody, do you?
No. I don't know if he's coming back because there's still stuff. No one's confirmed that he's even coming back Friday. They're saying
he'll
he's
be back
advertising.
eventually.
Well, there was also some talk that he's not too, and again, obviously his ego gets in the way. That he's not too thrilled with the way they're alleging that he wasn't too thrilled with the way they handled the AJ Lee thing.
Yeah.
So people are saying that's the reason why he's taking longer than he was supposed to. He's not too thrilled with the direction. I don't know, dude. I mean, all right, CM. The thing is, if this was AEW, CM Punk, you're the biggest name there. But this is WWE. You are not the biggest name in WWE. You're one of the names in WWE, but not one of the biggest names. I don't know about that guy. I don't know. That's always been my issue with him. It's because he's a loose cannon, I don't know what direction you go with him. because we're all waiting for the moment, right? Aren't we all waiting for that one moment where he just loses it and just walks out again?
I mean, it's been 3 years and he hasn't done anything.
Right up until now.
I mean, alleged, it's all alleged though. I mean, we don't, no one actually knows if any of this is true or not.
Right, right. But I mean, if no one can confirm what, I mean, is it a secret? Why keep it a secret when he's coming back? First of all, let's start there. You're
I
not.
mean, how many surprises do they have in the tank though?
Right. I mean, but him.
Who else can come back at this point and pop anything anymore? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, that's my thing. So why are we keeping it a secret?
Because we don't know when Drew is coming back either. I mean, Drew's been gone since Mania.
Yeah, yeah. And but I don't think Drew has the issues. He doesn't have really that history of doing things
No,
like
he
that.
doesn't. But I mean, we don't actually know if anything is going on with CM Punk. And I am trying really hard to not be a CM Punk defender because Phil Brooks, the man, is an asshole. But CM Punk, the wrestler, is he's a great professional wrestler. And he's one of the best in-ring storytellers ever. But I mean, Phil Brooks, the person, yeah, he's got a lot of problems. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, he's got a lot of baggage.
that he does. That he does. But I mean, the thing with him is, I think sometimes he thinks he's bigger than WWE, and he's just not. You're not bigger than WWE. Dude. I'll be honest with you. I don't see anybody crying if he were to walk off again. I think everybody'd be like, "Yeah, we expected it."
Yeah. No, you're
You know,
probably not. You're probably not wrong. I mean, I feel like there was a lot of truth
right
when
now.
Roman said the things that Roman said about him.
Yeah,
When they were feuding at Mania, when Roman
yeah.
was like, "Yeah, I had to approve it, and you're not bigger than the company. You're not bigger than me." And something tells me Roman believed all of those things when he said
Oh,
it. So,
absolutely,
you know,
absolutely, absolutely. He had 100%. Yeah, he should have said that 100 times to him
yeah.
because he's not. Because CM Punk isn't. I don't know. And my thing is, I don't know if CM Punk fits into today's WWE landscape. To be honest with you, because it seems like we're just trying to find things for him to do right now.
Yeah, I mean, I still think before he's done, they're going to do the Cody match.
Oh yeah,
They
absolutely.
will definitely do the Cody match. I mean, I don't know if it's at Mania or if it's at next year's SummerSlam, or I mean, it might be too late for this year's SummerSlam. But I don't know. I mean, maybe because obviously his last match was against Roman, so he could come. He could cost Jay.
He could. Yeah,
You
I
know,
could see that. But I don't know. I mean, you can't. I mean, the only people you can have him wrestle against would be Roman or Cody. Who else you gonna have him feud with?
it's not even
Oh,
very.
hang on, Gunther.
Yeah, I mean they haven't really had their rematch.
No, and they're probably due for a long-term feud. I can probably see that. I see. Are you figuring that Gunther takes the belt off Cody?
No,
You don't think he will?
no.
You think they're going to have Gunther lose again?
Sammy's going to cost him.
No, I'm not talking about at SummerSlam. I say at some point you got to put the belt in Gunther's hands.
Oh, Gunther will probably win the belt again. I don't know. Right now, my picks to win Money in the Bank, because that's in September. I No, Gunther's not the kind of guy that I would pick to win Money in the Bank. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think Gunther, Oba Femi, and Braun Breaker are my top three choices to win the Royal Rumble this year.
Hmm. Well, if Oba Femi wins King of the Ring, then you definitely have to. Hmm. You're not going to have him win Royal Rumble too, right? You're not going to have him do both.
I mean, if you want to do the Roman Reigns match and you want to coronate Oba Femi at WrestleMania next year, that's what you do. The problem is, what do you do after that?
What's the point? Yeah.
I mean, once Oba beats Roman Reigns, clean as a whistle, like what do you do with Oba Femi at that point? He shouldn't lose to anybody ever again after that, like he just shouldn't. He should not lose to anybody ever again.
Well, see, that's why the Brock Lesnar thing upset me because they should have let him go on a run like a Goldberg run, where he just dominates everybody.
Yeah.
And then by the time next WrestleMania comes around, this is when you get them involved in the Romans and the Codys and all those guys. That's what I think they should do.
I mean, maybe, but do you think it's a good thing that they just got the loss out of the way?
But, well, if they didn't do it the way if it didn't go down the way it did, then I would agree with you. But with Brock,
I don't hate the loss though. I didn't hate the way that Brock beat him.
well, I mean, but it was the way it went into it. I mean, Brock retired after. We thought this was done. We thought Oba was being crowned as the new beast of the WWE, and then you just pull the rug from underneath.
Yeah. No,
like that's the part that I don't like. It's the way it was handled. So that's why it's like, okay, do I really want to see him and Brock again? Not really. I'll be honest with you. I don't, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah. You could probably put somebody else against Oba.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like once Oba gets the title, I feel like he's going to be hard to book.
Yes.
You know?
That I would agree with.
I mean, you could do something with him in, I don't know, Drew McIntyre. You could eventually do the Braun Breaker match. You could do a Jacob Fatu match. You know, so there's people you can have him feud with where it could be believable that he could lose, but there's not a lot of people.
No, not at all. But
it's not a bad thing, though. It's not a bad thing that they booked him so well and presented him so well.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of letting you forget the Brock thing. And which, like you said, more than likely he's going to show up at SummerSlam. And no, he'll show up at
Night of Champions in 2 weeks.
He'll show up at Night of Champions, and that'll set up the match for SummerSlam.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think you put I think you for Oba though. You don't put him on it. Don't give him any of the world titles. I put him into, probably the IC title.
I don't know. There's too many names around the IC title right now, and
just perfect.
They're all mid-carders.
Which is perfect for him to show dominance up until the time he has to wrestle either Roman or Cody.
No, I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe that's fair. I don't know. Let us know what you guys think in the comments about that, like where you are with how they should book Oba Femi, because it's kind of, it could be all over the place, like what you would do with him. But like he seems to be the biggest question mark going into the next couple of months as to like how this whole thing is going to go down.
Yeah, so, I mean, the whole Brock coming back thing threw a wrench and all that. We all thought we had a pretty good feel for what direction they were going to go with them. Yeah. And then it was pulled the rug right from underneath the whole thing. I mean, within a few weeks.
Yeah, right.
They pulled the rug right from underneath it and say, psych! Brock's not retired. We need more matches. We need more money.
More human money.
Yes, we need more human money.
Oh, boy. All right, guys. Well, that is our show. Thank you so much for joining us for the Raw podcast this week. And we're going to have some more stuff for you guys coming out soon. We are going to do another episode of T Picks the Bills later on this week. And we'll have our SmackDown show. And then we're going to get some previews coming up for Night of Champions, which is coming to you guys live on June the 27th from Riyadh season. And
one more thing. If you guys want to comment to us, we're really considering doing some live shows. If you guys are really interested in that, I mean, we're all in, and we just want to have people interact with us during those shows. So if you guys are interested into something like that, let us know. Put it in the chat. We should do a live show. We would like to include people who've been watching our shows and subscribe to us and get you guys involved. The show's growing fairly rapidly. I mean, we're at about 4,500 subscribers, which is fantastic. Let's get us up to 5,000 by the end of the month. If you can, pass it on, everybody. 716 Sports Entertainment. Have everybody, friends, family, even if you know WWE wrestlers, have them even listen to us.
That's right.
That'd be great. So yeah, let us know. And if you guys are into it, we'll do live shows. I mean, if you want to get your piece in there, you want to talk with us, and maybe argue our points, or we can argue your points, and just have a good show. We're in. We're in.
Exactly. And just remember, as always, don't be like Sean. Don't be like Sean. So then, Reese, just let me ask you one more thing. What is your final rating for the show?
I give it a B plus. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was fine. It was again. I was not bored watching it. Let's just say that. Like I am with SmackDown. SmackDown bores me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. It takes me 2 days to get through the SmackDown show. I'll get through a part of it on Friday, and then the rest of it Saturday morning.
Yep.
And we can rate a podcast again because
I
fall asleep in the middle of them.
Same for me.
There's nothing exciting on SmackDown right now, so it's hard for me to get through those shows in the same night.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the Chad Gable stuff continues to be great. I love Oba Femi. I love everything they're doing with him. I hope that they can book this thing right. And Raw continues to just be the better show. So I think with that, my final rating for the show is a human monies out of 5.
I see what you did there. I see what you did. I like it. I see it.
Right. So that is our show, guys, and always thank you so much for all of the support that you guys have given us. And our channel, like T had mentioned earlier, our channel is growing so rapidly, and we can't thank you guys enough for all of the support. It's been a lot of fun doing these shows, and we hope to bring you guys more content. So with that, I have been Mike, joined by Mr. T. Reese. Have yourselves a fantastic evening, and take care.